in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Keishla Adderley. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news tonight, an early morning row between two male relatives resulted in one of them being stabbed to death this morning. The latest murder follows a string of incidents on the weekend, which have pushed the murder count to 147. Our Janaea Noel Ferguson reports.
Two men who police say are related were involved in a heated argument early Tuesday morning in a blue and white house on Seymour Street in Yellow Elder Gardens. The row reportedly intensified and spilled onto the outside in front of the home. It's there that police say one of the men allegedly stabbed the other, leaving his family member in a pool of blood, and fled. Now, when our news team arrived on scene, police were taping off the area as the body of the victim lay in the street. A small group of onlookers had gathered as senior police officials conducted their investigation. Chief Superintendent Paul Roll briefed reporters on what police believe may have happened.
We received reports of alleged stabbing incident here at Seymour Street in Yellow Elder Gardens. Officers arrived on the scene where our preliminary information is that a 30-year-old male, he became involved with an argument with a relative. This argument soon left the house and entered the street as he attempted to walk away, being pursued by his assailant, who eventually stabbed him to the upper body. EMS arrived on the scene and pronounced the 30-year-old male lifeless.
Now police are searching for the other relative who fled but did not say how they were related.
We are looking for his relative, Lovato Newton, and I'm asking him to come in and see us this morning, and so that he can answer to these allegations that are made against him here this morning.
This latest murder follows the murder of three over the weekend in three separate incidents. Police have arrested the man and woman that was wanted in connection with the shooting death of a man at a party on West Ridge North early Monday. A video of that altercation went viral over the weekend. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Lovato Newton, who's wanted in connection with this latest stabbing, you're asked to contact police as soon as possible. Janaea Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.
The government is in the process of finalizing a $20 million loan agreement with the Inter-American Development Bank. The Citizen Security Loan is earmarked for a project which will not only create jobs, but will facilitate training. The venture is being spearheaded by the Department of Labor in conjunction with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, as well as the Ministry of National Security, all accepting the role of training. Labor Director Robert Farquharson says this about the project.
That the government, through the IDB, anticipates identifying 3,000 young Bahamians and enter a program where we can train these young Bahamians to better prepare them for the job market. We are also going to be in partnership with a number of employers, where the employers will be used for the internship. And so once these employees are trained using the National Training Agency, the Bahamas Technical Vocational Institute, we will partner with a number of employers in a public-private partnership arrangement where these employees will be placed in a number of businesses, and they will be remunerated through the IDB grant. And it's anticipated at the end of the training program, they will be so skilled and so prepared for the job market. The employers will permanently employ these persons in the labor market.
Now, Farquharson anticipates the 3-year program getting a start in the new year.
The loan is being sponsored through the Ministry of National Security. So I think some approval by Parliament has to come forth. before that takes place. Anticipated that the Ministry of Labor will work through a number of youth institutions in the Bahamas to identify those, but it is anticipated these would be high-risk persons from New Providence and the areas where we feel the unemployment level is high. The plan is to use a number of youth groups who we consider are non-government organizations to identify these persons, probably urban renewal institutions like those, to identify these people and have them come into the program.
The Department of Labor has launched an investigation into employee complaints of abuse at the hands of a foreign manager at the Memories Grand Bahama Beach Resort and Casino. Labor Minister Shane Gibson says a team is heading to Grand Bahama to look into those claims. The investigation comes after the Grand Bahama Youth Choir was reportedly kicked off the property after a performance for hotel guests on Christmas Eve.
I was advised by the Director of Labor that he got a number of reports about the unusual behavior of this particular manager, not only in that incident, but in other incidents as well. And so I've asked him to send a team down there to Grand Bahama to speak with some of the employees who made official complaints about how abusive this particular manager was, to see whether or not it is true. And once the report is completed, they will have it submitted to me, and I will discuss with my colleagues, particularly my colleague Minister of Immigration, to see whether or not any type of action is warranted.
Now, the Labor Minister acknowledges that there's nothing the government can do about the choir being thrown off the property, but he has ordered an investigation specifically due to those allegations by employees. He says the choir's treatment, however, is probably indicative of how employees have been treated.
We didn't send in a team to investigate specifically what happened with the choir, but we sent in a team to investigate the complaints that we got arising out of his conduct on a daily basis. And so I think what happened, what allegedly happened with the choir, is probably just it just shows what happens every day, that employees were sort of intimidated and not willing to speak about it. And so I guess because of that, the employees felt an urge to come and let us know, and so we will be investigating basically the complaints in general